are many compilation games out there, and this was my first one, the Sega Classics Arcade Collection. With it being on the Mega CD, surely it's better than the Mega Drive version. Let's have a little look. Sega's Classic Arcade Collection came as a pack-in title for the Mega CD console. And as this was the first title I owned for the system, as well as Cobra Command and Soulfeed, I was expecting radical changes to the Mega Drive games that came on the disc. With CD game technology being relatively new at the time, I expected a new soundtrack for each game, maybe better graphics and better sound effects. On the game selection screen you are presented with 5 arcade titles accompanied by some classical music. I know it's a classics collection, but is it necessary to have classical music? Maybe a great track from one of the games would have done, or even something like they did with the Mega Games collection. The 5 games are Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Super Monaco GP, Columns and the Revenge of Shinobi. Okay, this isn't a bad lineup at all. They are definitely in the classics lineup, but what alterations have they made to keep us happy with purchasing a Mega CD? Well, none in my opinion. I still recall my disappointment when I first played it. In Golden Axe, nothing has really changed except the screaming civilians in the village. And they've taken away the 2-player option. Now when you have a media source with at least 200 times the amount of storage space as the Mega Drive cartridge, you'd think adding more features would be the way forward. The Mega Drive had no issues of 2 players on screen at the same time, so why can't the Mega CD version have the same? It still plays the same as expected, with nothing else that tickles the senses. This is a very poor start, but let's move on to the next game. Streets of Rage. Every Sega fan's favourite beat 'em up, I'm sure. So far, no change in the intro music. Now, with this game I was expecting a remastered version of the soundtrack. Something I could link my Mega CD to my hi-fi and crank up the volume. But no, it's still the same music as the Mega Drive, which there's absolutely no complaints from me there. There's only one change in this game, and that's the sound effects. Some people may not be affected by this, but for me it completely ruined it. If you listen to the voices compared to the Mega Drive versions here. It's just not what I was expecting at all. The gritty sounds of the Mega Drive versions for me are the best sounds. The Mega CD version doesn't seem to fit in at all. The boss's KO sound is alright though. But Blaze's voice set just sounds like an angry scouser. Super Monaco GP. Now surely more realistic car sounds, tyre screech and rumble strip noises will be upgraded here. Are they bollocks? They've done the bare minimum to improve this game. The only change I could find was the voices. They were a lot clearer than the Mega Drive version.
Okay, keep it up. Come on. It's the final lap. Good luck. Nice driving. Now it's up to you. Keep it up. Come on. Final lap. Good luck. Nice driving. Now it's up to you.
I've got nothing against how this game sounds anyway, but this would have been a perfect example of a rework. I was so annoyed I killed the guy on the finishing line. Columns. Another addictive arcade title, and I wasn't expecting any upgrades for this game, and I was right. They added a CD track to the title screen and that's it. The rest of the game is still the same. And finally, the Revenge of Shinobi. The soundtrack is great on this game, so maybe remastered tracks? Nope, there's sod all changes with this one either. Well, except the voices of Joe when he uses his special ability. Now you may remember a quick shout before executing his attack. Well, now it sounds like he's got his head down the toilet and throwing up. With all these bad points I've mentioned here, it's still a good game, but sadly hardly any thought has gone into it. I would have been happier if there was a straightforward copy and paste of the Mega Drive titles. I mean, you get 5 popular games thrown in for the system that are great fun, and a lot cheaper than buying the game separately. Although by the point of release you probably have all these games anyway. I know I did.